Om Sai Ram.
हाय कनिका, ओम साई
ओम
राम।
साई राम अनीता जी। कैसे हैं आप?
मैं ठीक हूँ, आप कैसे हो?
ऑल गुड, ऑल गुड। तो हमारे
इट्स अमेजिंग।
ऑडियंस।
बहुत अच्छा
या
लगा आपके साथ।
यस, ऑफ कोर्स, ऑलवेज। हमेशा बाबा ऐसे ही हमें जोड़ते रहें और हम आगे बढ़ते रहें।
यस यस यस।
So there are some people joining us. So Om Sai Ram to everyone. So अनीता जी, आप किस तरह से जुड़े बाबा के साथ या इस जर्नी में?
बाबा की जर्नी मेरी हमेशा से है, मीन्स सिंस आई हैव, जैसे ही मतलब आई वाज बोर्न, हम लोग के घर में वी हैव बीन फर्म बिलीवर्स ऑफ बाबा। तो वो
ओके।
तो जैसे मतलब हमेशा से है। मगर जो एक्सपीरियंस कहते हैं ना, एक जो कनेक्शन जो रहता है, जो एक व्हेन यू आर गोइंग थ्रू योर डार्क नाइट ऑफ द सोल, व्हेन यू आर गोइंग थ्रू ऑल द प्रॉब्लम्स, और वो कैसे आपके साथ जुड़ते हैं और वो कैसे आपके साथ बातें करते हैं और राह दिखाते हैं, तो वो जो एक्सपीरियंस शुरू हुआ, आई थिंक वो उसको अभी 20-25 साल पहले वो एक्सपीरियंस जब शुरू हुआ, दैट वाज समथिंग दैट मेड मी अंडरस्टैंड कि व्हाट बाबा इज ऑल अबाउट।
That's true. That's so true. Actually, it happens,
मैंने एक
no?
बार
Sometimes people say that we have been following since long. So why is that Baba is not giving us the darshan? So what will you about to say that on that?
मैं हमेशा ये बिलीव करती हूँ, और मैंने ये बुक में भी लिखा है, द अवेकन साई विद इन यू, कि जब हम बोलते हैं ना कि वाई बाबा इज नॉट गिविंग मी अ दर्शन, आपको कैसे मिला, मुझे क्यों नहीं मिला,
Hmm.
एक्चुअली वो सबको देना चाहते हैं, वो सबसे बात करना चाहते हैं। मगर
It's
अगर
true.
हमारा ऑरा ओपन होगा, अगर हम रिसीविंग स्पेस में रहेंगे, तो 2000% बाबा आपसे बात करेंगे, बाबा आपसे बात करते हैं।
Yes,
कितने
of course.
लोगों को मैसेजेस आते हैं, पोस्ट में मैसेजेस आते हैं, कहाँ पे गाड़ी के पीछे मैसेजेस आते हैं,
Hmm.
कितने लोगों को मैसेजेस आते हैं, मगर वो मालूम होना चाहिए कि ओके, दिस इज व्हाट बाबा इज ट्राइंग टू
Yes,
टेल मी, या बाबा यहाँ इस तरह से मेरे से बात कर रहे हैं।
true.
वो समझ जाएंगे ना एक बार तो। बाबा टॉक्स टू एवरीबडी,
Of
हम
course.
कोई स्पेशल नहीं है।
That's true. That's true. See. Hmm.
आपका एक्सपीरियंस कैसे शुरू हुआ बाबा के साथ?
एक्चुअली मैं मेरी शादी के कुछ सालों के बाद एक और शादी मेरे मतलब हस्बैंड के कजिन के यहाँ थी। सो वहां पर मैं मिली अ, एक कजिन से, मेरे हस्बैंड के कजिन से, और उन्होंने मुझे बुक दी, बाबा की एक किताब दी पढ़ने के लिए। उन्होंने मुझे बताया कि कैसे वो लोधी रोड जाती हैं और कितना कनेक्टेड फील करती हैं। उन्होंने जिस तरह से मुझे बोला ना कि उनकी आंखों में वो दिख रहा था, वो कनेक्शन, वो प्यार, वो मतलब इतना ज्यादा कि मैं इतनी ज्यादा वो हो गई कि मैंने वो बुक पढ़नी शुरू करी। मैं कुछ टाइम बाद लोधी रोड जाकर फोटो लेकर आई बाबा की, और मैंने उनको मंदिर में प्लेस करके उनको मानना शुरू करा। मेरा जो
साई
कनेक्शन बहुत
चरित्र।
जल्दी स्टार्ट। जी नहीं, साईं चरित नहीं थी वो पहले बुक्स आती थी ना, जैसे जैसे विकास मेहता जी की वो जो लिखते थे उसके ऊपर कुछ एक किताब थी बाबा के जीवन के बारे में ही थी, बट नॉट स्ट्रक्चर। वो साईं के अवतार, इफ आई रिमेम्बर दैट वे। सो इस तरह से। और उसके बाद जब मेरा कनेक्शन बहुत जल्दी स्टार्ट हो गया था, विद इन 3-4 years, जैसे बाबा ने मुझे साक्षात दर्शन दे दिए घर पर आकर। अब वो कहते हैं ना कि when adversity is about to come in your life, बाबा comes first। वो मेरे साथ वैसा ही हुआ। इस तरह से था कि मैं घर में ही, जैसे हम लोग लंच टाइम में खाना बना रही थी किचन में, तो एकदम से डोर बेल बजती है। सो देन आस्किंग माय सर्वेंट टू ओपन द डोर, मैं खुद गई भागकर। आई डोंट नो व्हाई, जब मैं सब छोड़ के। और हमारा एक ड्राइववे है जो काफी बड़ा है, तो उस दूर से मैंने गेट पर देखा, एक आदमी खड़ा था विद पूरा फटा हुआ कंबल, पूरा सिर से लेकर ऐसे घुमा कर पहना हुआ, वही सफेद दाढ़ी। और जैसे ही मैंने देखा, मेरे मुंह से एक ही चीज निकली, बाबा अब मेरे घर। बट फिर भी मैं उसमें थी और मैं गई वहां तक। तो वो बाबा मुझे कहते हैं कि बेटी भूख लगी है बहुत, खाना खिला दो। सो मैंने कहा हाँ बाबा अभी लाई। मैं अंदर, जैसे कि मैं खाना वैसे ही बना रही थी, जो भी बना हुआ था रोटी सब्जी मैं डालकर बाहर गई। सो ही वाज लाइक कि आप बेटी पानी नहीं लाई। सो आई सेड बाबा हाँ अभी ला। तो मैं फटाफट जैसे ही बाहर आई पानी लेकर, तो वहां देखा कि कोई था ही नहीं। मैंने दूर दूर तक देखा, इधर उधर बहुत दूर तक देखा, थोड़ी दूर चलकर भी गई और नहीं कोई था, और मैं वहीं खड़ी के खड़ी रह गई कि मुझे बाबा ने दर्शन दिए। मैं इतनी ब्लेस्ड हूँ। आई फेल सो लकी माई सेल्फ। लेकिन एक होता है ना कि यू पिंच योरसेल्फ कि ऐसा सच में हुआ है, कि मेरा वहम तो नहीं है। बट इट सो हैपेंड कि विद इन अ ईयर, एक साल के अंदर ही मेरे हस्बैंड को कुछ ऐसी प्रॉब्लम हो गई थी जो कि बहुत ही क्रिटिकल सिचुएशन में थे। तो मुझे ऐसे लगा कि बाबा मेरे पास पहले आ गए, मुझे एक सपोर्ट देने के लिए, उस उस प्रॉब्लम से गो थ्रू करने के लिए। तो इस तरह से मेरा कनेक्शन उनके साथ जुड़ता गया। एंड दिस इज अराउंड 97, तब से मैं बाबा के साथ जुड़ी हुई हूँ। सो आप बताइए, आप आपने लिखना कब शुरू करा?
पहले तो मैं बोलूंगी यू आर ट्रूली ब्लेस्ड, इट वॉज अ ब्यूटिफुल एक्सपीरियंस जो आपने बताया है। एंड 100% पहले बाबा पहुंचते हैं, प्रॉब्लम्स बाद में आती हैं, उसके पहले बाबा आ जाते हैं हाथ पकड़ने के लिए। दैट इज 100% ट्रू। आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस दिस माई सेल्फ। ये जो बुक है ये मेरी अवेकन साई एक्चुअली मेरी फर्स्ट बुक थी जो मैंने लिखना शुरू की थी, क्योंकि बहुत लोगों ने मुझे के मैसेजेस दिए दैट बाबा वांट्स यू टू राइट अ बुक, बाबा वांट्स यू टू राइट अ बुक। और मैं सोचती थी मैं कौन सा बुक लिखूंगी, क्या लिखूंगी, इतने लोगों ने ऑलरेडी लिखा हुआ है, सो हु एम आई टू राइट अ बुक। और मुझे समझ ही नहीं आता था। तो फिर बहुत प्रॉम्प्टिंग बाबा ने बहुत लोगों के थ्रू मुझे भेजा। उसके बाद एक पॉइंट आया जब मैंने कहा चलो लेट मी स्टार्ट राइट। और फिर मैंने नो वो लिखा डिलीट किया, लिखा डिलीट किया, ऐसे करते करते थोड़ा टाइम गुजरा, थोड़ा आधा नोट्स लिख के रखा था। कोविड आ गया। जब कोविड आ गया तो सबका ध्यान हट गया था, एंड वी वर ऑल वेरी बिजी विद ऑल द एक्सपीरियंसेस दैट वी वर गोइंग थ्रू। एंड उस वक्त एक चैनलिंग के जैसा हो गई, और मेरा फर्स्ट बुक विच एक्चुअली गॉट पब्लिश्ड थ्रू राइट ऑर्डर जो अभी इंडी प्रेस है, इट गॉट पब्लिश्ड, इट फॉर शिव शक्ति द कंटिन्यूअस कॉन्टिनेंट।
ओके।
जब वो बुक हो गई उसके बाद आई सेड अब द आई वाज स्टिल नॉट एबल टू कंप्लीट साइंस बुक। फिर आई कंपाइल्ड अनदर बुक जो मेरे मैसेजेस थी, फिर वो वाली सेकंड बुक रिलीज हुई इन अ वॉइस। उसके बाद जाके I said, okay, let me pick up this book. And I think that was the right time. Last year, 2023 में वो बुक कंप्लीट हुई और उसका लॉन्च हुआ था। और वो जो लॉन्च था ना, मीन्स अभी तक रोंगटे खड़े होते हैं हमारे। द वे द प्रेजेंस ऑफ बाबा दैट वाज सो प्रोमिनेंट ओवर देयर, इट वॉज एज इफ कि वो आए हैं, बस इधर है। एवरीबडी कुड फील इट, एवरीबडी इन द लॉन्च। इट वॉज इन अ बुक स्टॉप, बट यट बहुत सारे लोग बाबा के लीनियज से आए थे और बहुत सारे अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस बता रहे थे बाबा को लेके। हैड अ ब्यूटीफुल फ्रेंड हु वाज अ सिंगर, शी वाज सिंगिंग बाबा सॉन्ग्स। सो इट वाज वेरी ब्यूटीफुल एक्सपीरियंस ऑल टुगेदर। सो देन आई रियलाइज दैट बाबा वांटेड दिस लॉन्च, ये कोविड वोविड खत्म हुए उसके बाद उनको ये बुक पब्लिश करनी थी। एंड ऑब्वियसली दी एक्सपीरियंसेस मीन्स हमें भी वो मेच्योरिटी लेवल चाहिए ना वो बुक कंप्लीट करने के लिए। तो आई गेस वो जरूरी था, जो एक्सपीरियंसेस लिखना था बुक के अंदर, वो सारे एक्सपीरियंसेस पहले एक्सपीरियंस करने थे और फिर लिखना था। तो इट
दैट्स
वाज अ ब्यूटीफुल जर्नी। बहुत सारे लेसन्स, बहुत सारे विजडम जो सीखा, जो बाबा ने सिखाया वही लिखा।
दैट्स सो अमेजिंग। एंड आई ट्रूली एग्री कि जब टाइम होता है चीज का तभी होती है, बाबा की मर्जी जब होती है तभी चीज होती है। और
Yes.
इस तरह से ही हम बाबा ने आपके ऊपर कृपा जब करी तब वो स्टार्ट हुई वो। जी।
कनिका जी, मुझे बताइए कि ये आपका फर्स्ट बुक था कि आप पहले भी लिखते थे?
हाँ। मैं ना इसको यहाँ से स्टार्ट करूंगी कि कभी बचपन में, मतलब इन माय चाइल्डहुड आप कह लो स्कूल डेज में, आई यूज टू राइट एज इन कि मुझे ना मैसेजेस बड़े बड़े लिखना अच्छा लगता था हमेशा से। तो जब भी किसी को लिखती मैं एक्सप्रेस करती थी फुली किसी को भी मैसेज लिखना। मैं कभी ऐसे ही सोचती थी और मैं भी बुक लिखूंगी, मतलब एक जैसे एक भोलेपन में बचपन में कोई कह देता है। सो इट्स हैपेंड कि मैंने थोड़े बहुत ब्लॉग्स लिखे, जैसे एक उनके मतलब पोर्टल्स पर ब्लॉग्स लिखने शुरू करे, बट नेवर थॉट ऑफ राइटिंग अ बुक व्हेन आई एम इन माय मतलब कमिंग 50s you can say. So this COVID happened when we were all in the lockdown and my children were away, so I was all by myself and my husband. So I thought of writing something. So I started writing about my life, my journey, my life, all these things. I just piled up writing and writing every journey of mine. I have been through lots of ups and downs. So I wrote everything about it. So it was like almost 200 pages. So I thought, hey, let me check what is the process of a book writing and book publishing. So I called up a publisher and I spoke to them. I just asked them. So they just told me that what is the process and how we can, how I can be, that how they can help me with all that things. And I listened to it, and it was just then that my children came back, and that was just in a cupboard. So it was there, left there only. So after 2 years, I get a call from the same publisher whom I had spoken that time. See that you were thinking of writing a book. Are you in? So I said, I am not in a right frame of mind right now. So I was just about to hang up when she said, ki, I can just tell you the details about ki, how we go about and how we help you out in the editing and all. So she told me everything about it. And in a moment, in the next moment, I said, yes, I am writing the book from nowhere. And then the next question came. She asked me, what is the title of your book? And I was like, Real Life Experiences of Science. There was nowhere in my mind that I ever thought of writing this book. Nowhere at all. And this is how it happened. And I signed the contract, the agreement, and I was like, Baba ne bola. Baba ki merzi. This is how it happened. This is my first book.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Really amazing. Really amazing. When you listen to the story, you can understand the way that there is a divine play behind, how it is being all programmed and processed, and we are only Katputlis in his hand. And he knows what he has to do, he knows what we have to do, and he makes us do what he wants to do. It's
That's
like
true.
that.
That's so true. So true. So just share some of your experiences with Baba. Anything you can share with our audience and myself.
I had a very, very profound experience of Baba. So in 2010, I had gone to Shirdi. I used to go to Shirdi very often. And my dad used to always say, ki, Baba comes to Dwarkamai in the night.
Hmm.
And वो आते हैं दर्शन देने को. And Papa used to go and meditate and all. But by 2010, my dad was no more. And I had this in my mind, ki Baba comes to Dwarka Mai in the night to give darshan. So I and my friend had gone, and our families had also gone. And there was a point in the night, like we finished the darshan, everything and all, and we ate our dinner. We told our families, you all sleep. We are going to Dwarka Mai, and we might meditate the entire night over there. We will not come back till morning.
Hmm.
So, deciding that, we both left, we went to Dwarkamai, and that time, Dwarkamai used to be very empty in the night. Nobody, all these barricades and all were not there like this, how it is now. We went in, we sat down, and we were just, there was nobody, only a watchman at the door, and we were there. And we were looking at inside, and we were sitting and feeling, Baba is coming, and this. We would just
Hmm.
imagining, just our own visuals, what we are sensing, like intuitively. But 2 hours ho gaya, 2 ghanta ho gaya, we were sitting there. Exactly at 12, exactly at 12 o'clock. The air became so chilly, it became like एकदम freezing cold. हमारे ऐसे दांत हिलने लगे खट 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 करके, we couldn't even sit. And that is the time when he walks in. He walks in as a normal, like how he is in his fakir ka roop and all. And he
Hmm.
comes in and he sits facing us, like on the side. And he is laughing. He was behaving like a, like a madman, like अपने से ही बातें कर रहे हैं, अपने से ही हंस रहे हैं. And
Hmm.
he's sitting there and he's going on laughing and going on talking.
Hmm.
And see the Leela. And my friend is nudging me. She's saying, see, Baba. I'm like, no, this is not Baba. We are so used to seeing Baba in that murti and, that
Ha.
form. We
Hmm.
don't know how he looks in real. I no, this is not Baba. And she's like, oh, this is Baba. Like, what are you seeing? Let's go. And Papa, I'm like, no, I'm not going. What nonsense. This is not Baba. Baba will come in some psychic vision. Like, imagine that consciousness of human. We don't even realize that God can appear in front of you when we are, you know,
Hmm.
talking about him. That happened, and the air was so chilly that we just couldn't sit there any longer. It was getting very, very, difficult, which we realize now that, why it was difficult. Then we got up and we just, did this namaskar and we came out. So the watchman is telling us, obviously, Baba through the watchman again, that
Hmm.
Didi, why are you all going? Sit, no. So we said, no, we are
Okay.
feeling very cold and morning we have to get up and go to Trimbakeshwar. So we can't. Now we have to go home. And we go. We go and we sleep. Next day morning, we get up. We finish our darshan of Trimbakeshwar and all. We are heading home. So I fall asleep in the car. Just, how we are about to reach Bombay, about, there's a border of Bombay. I'm kind of coming into my awakeness. And I get this vision of a back of the same person is like a back. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, Baba. And he turns around and he shows the same image, the same person whom we saw one day before. And he's like, of course, who do you think I was? You
Hmm.
called me, so I came.
Hmm.
And I'm
Wow.
like, oh my God, like, and I'm like, why are you showing me this vision and not to my friend? And he's like,
Hmm.
he's telling me, oh, would you have believed her? So it was so, like real, that, it was him there. And he was only laughing because he was making a fool of us. He has this habit of doing masti. So it was very profound experience that, you can feel of him in real, even now when he's not there after long years of him gone, seeing
Yeah.
him in a physical body is very, very, humbling and it's a blessing.
So I'm
Oh,
having goosebumps listening to you right now. It's so amazing. And I really agree.
yes. So tell me, Kanika, do you feel Sai speaks to you too?
Yes, of course. Now, Baba speaks to me through mostly through messages, through science saturates.
Through
I heard the
messages, huh?
answers. Yeah, through messages, science saturates. I read whatever I have in mind. And now when I am more awakened, now awareness is there when I'm into this profession and I'm doing a lot of meditation. So no more awareness. Now I get the flashes, like in a form of like I feel that this is his message for me from him, and now it sometimes it so happen that I get messages for someone else also. So this way, and earlier it used to be like I used to get scared. How should I approach somebody else and give them the message? I know,
Mm,
but it was really. very scary sometimes. But now I know that it is Baba who has chosen me to give this message, so I have to. So now I am more aware and I can interpret the message. And who am I to interpret that Baba only does? So this way it started, and yes, he speaks to me, and I talk to him. I just talk to him like any other person I'm talking. I just say like whenever I'm angry or anything, I just say it. I just say it. And this is the way I talk to him and I get the answers. So,
I would like to just put in for the audience here. I've even typed it that anyone has any questions to ask, anybody wants to share something, can type in down here, and then, we can read your question and reply, Kanika or me. So it's just a request. Anybody wants to write anything, you all are welcome to chat with us. Be a part of this conversation.
yes.
So, Kanika, how do you think that Baba chats with other people also, like everyone? huh? How do you feel? What are the different ways he can chat for all the viewers over here? How can you explain
You
to
know,
them like how Baba chats?
Sometimes it happens that you have something going on in your mind, some question, some probably some issue in your life, and suddenly you get a message from a friend which says it all. It says it all. It answers your query, whatever was going on in your mind, and it says it all. And sometimes you get a message from with a picture of Baba, and it has the answer there. And sometimes someone calls you at that very moment and they ask you how are you feeling, and they send you, "Hey, why don't you do this, like read this chapter." All there are small things that connect you to Baba, and that is the messages that are sent by him. I believe that it is the way.
Amazing.
Yeah. So Shilpa ji is writing, I would want a message from Sai. What would you like to say on this, Anita ji?
I think Shilpa, Sai is trying to tell you that you need to have patience. There is a lot of worry in you, and you are constantly, feeling that why things are not going good with me and why I am the one who's suffering. But what Baba is trying to tell you that it's a karmic period going on in your life, and karma, it is like as you sow, shall you reap. So sometimes we have to go through what we have to go through. Baba's holding your hand through it. He is telling you to ensure that you learn your lesson from this experience. The moment you learn your lesson, the experience will be over. Om Sai Ram.
That's so true. Wonderfully said. Anita ji, sometimes it happens now, matlab, we all go through in our lives some kind of pain and sufferings. So when we are so much spiritually connected, why there is so much pain and suffering? What would you say according for this?
See, there is no running away from your karma.
Hmm.
So pain and suffering is there because we have karma.
Hmm.
So whenever the soul, when it has separated from light initially, that your first lifetime, whenever you chose, most
Hmm.
of the souls, like, if you look at the Stone Age and the Dark Ages and all, we went into darkness. Okay. So when you go into darkness, it is, you do a lot of, people have, been cannibals, people have killed each other, wars have happened. People have, if you look at the olden Maharajas ages, also the ego was very high. There was a lot of difference between the in rich and poor. There was a lot of belief in making everything larger than life. So this is all
Yeah.
ego mind. Okay.
Hmm.
When what is the so how many karmas we have created, how many belief patterns we have created along the way, that is coming from our darkness, our dark aspects of our life. So वो कर्मा तो हमको झेलना ही. There is no two ways about it. So pain and suffering comes from, first is karma, Second is when you are separated from your God self, when you're separated from the light,
Hmm.
when you think that you are the doer, when you think that you can control your life,
Hmm.
that is when pain and suffering comes. When you realize that you are nobody and you can learn to surrender to God. And when you surrender to Baba and you align your will to the divine will, is when your sufferings will stop. When you will
Hmm.
realize you are not the doer.
Hmm. That's so true. That when we realize that we are not the doer and it is who is uh, handling the show, like a director of a movie, and when we realize that we are all given the roles which we are enacting on this planet Earth, we are here for some purpose. So we are here for to fulfill all our karmic accounts. And
Yes.
so how can we, yeah, rightly you said that we need to surrender. This word surrender has been like everybody listens to it, but how do we surrender?
Surrender is cannot happen in one day. Okay, surrender is a process, and surrender will happen slowly by slowly.
Hmm.
Okay, so for example, I want to surrender to Baba, so I will say, but my fears are very large. Okay,
Hmm.
so I have surrendered, but I will put say 10% of my fears in the feet of Baba. Okay, so slowly, I will keep on surrendering. It is not going to happen in one day. It is a process because the mind is very strong. When the mind is so strong, again, I told you the need to control your life, the need to believe that you are the doer, that I want to live, over my desires. This is my desire. This is what I want. Why am I not getting? Right?
Hmm.
When I surrender, that it is
Hmm.
time to surrender for your will to my will to your will. When I
Hmm.
will have to keep saying that, I will have to keep doing that in every circumstance, every situation, and every experience. And as I keep on doing that, automatically it will happen. It's a process, it cannot happen in one day. So
Yeah.
Kavita B has written, it is difficult to keep calm in tough situations. I try to surrender to Babaji, but still struggle to be patient. How to get there? If you are surrendering and if you are not able to be patient or you are still having anxiety, that means you have not surrendered. Faith and fear cannot go together hand in hand. If there is faith, there is no place for fear. Baba has only two words, Shraddha and Saburi. Shraddha means you have to have faith, you have to have patience, you have to know that. I'll say, it's like you to say, okay, Jisme tu razi. If you're giving me this tough situation, there has to be a reason why Baba is making me be in this tough situation. What is he making me learn here? What is my learning here? What have I done in some life, or what is so for example, sometimes, say for example, it's a hypothetical situation. Some lady is getting suppressed in her in-laws. So there are two reasons. One is either you have to, there could be she has to go through the suffering and finish the karma. So she will have no backing, no way to run out of that situation. All the doors will be closed and she will be in that suffering. That means her period of suffering is not over. Her faith has to grow more. Now, say for example, for somebody it will be a challenge as she has to finally stand up for herself and walk out of this situation. So there will be people who will be standing her and giving her a hand and saying, "Come on, get out of this situation. We are here." Right now,
Hmm.
there is a person. She's a doctor. She's going through a very tough situation with her husband. She's a firm Baba believer. She has walked out of the situation because she has suffered enough. After 15 years of marriage, she says, I don't want to. This is a real life situation. And she has now moved on to her parents' house. And it is so beautiful to see how Baba is helping her. She could collect the proofs. She could collect everything. She got help from some politicians and MLA because her husband is a very big doctor. She could stand up for herself. She could bring that man down. He has now bowed down. He has agreed to his mistakes. He's asking her to come back, but obviously she doesn't want to come back. She just wants her rightful share and out because she will never be able to live with him now. So these are the kind of situations, and if that was her path to stand up for herself and walk out, she will. But for some people, I've seen that they have to be in the situation and they have to bloom like a lotus. So there is no one way. You cannot compare your life with another life. You cannot say, oh, that person's life is happy, why my life is not happy. There are no comparisons. There is absolutely no comparisons.
So truly said, Anita ji. I will add something here. Like we need to accept every situation that comes in our life. Acceptance is the key.
100%.
Like whenever there is an adversity or a tough situation in life, we always think, why me? It has been so long. I have been suffering. I've been following, and then since then also, why I am suffering so much? I have surrendered myself. Then also. So it is like accept that Baba is there with you. That is why you can go through that situation also. I feel that Baba holds you in your hands, always carries you in your hands, but you have to go through the situation because learning is still there. You have to clear that karmic debt before anything else happens, and Baba wants you to clear that. That is why you have to go through all that, the situations, the suffering, the pain, and then you bloom like a lotus flower. And yes, I believe because I'm a live example of this. I have seen a lot of problems in my life throughout, and now I feel that now what I am today, it is all due to those adversities in my life. I feel that. Otherwise, I would not have been the person I am today. And I'm the live example of that. So I feel that you just have to just have faith, patience, and nothing else. And you will feel the time just goes by. When you look back at that time after the time is over, you will feel it was a journey which you went through was like a bed of roses, by Baba being on your side. I think of Babaji, tears starts rolling. Why is so? It is the connection with the Babaji that we all are such. The Baba people always, whenever you think of Babaji, and because he's there, always there. This is devotion, true devotion. What will you
So
say?
tears roll because the connection is very strong, and when the connection is strong, there is an overwhelm.
Yeah,
That when you feel the overwhelm, your feel the tears start rolling automatically. That happens when there is a that actually means that you are truly connected to
truly
Baba
connected.
in that moment.
Yes.
So it's beautiful. And he's also, you're washing away your pain and you're processing yourself in those tears. So it's beautiful
Mm,
when you can feel that. That means he's
mm.
there. He's, how you suddenly you find your mother and you go and hug her and then you start crying, mom, this happened. It's something like that also, he's actually there waiting for you, sending you that compassion, that love with which you feel the overwhelm of tears.
Yeah, true. Mm, mm.
So Kanika, I want you to tell the name of your book and where it is available, where can people buy your book. Can you tell them about your book?
Yeah, sure. The book is His Grace, His Ways, Mary Sai Baba. And you can get it on Amazon. It's there. And it is in the paperback as well as the ebook. You can go and grab your
It's
copy
an
and
amazing book.
have the experience. And
It's an
so this is all the real life experiences which I have witnessed, and some of my friends and relatives who have been witnessing, and I have just penned it down, and it is all with the grace of Baba. Otherwise, it would not have happened anyways, because I feel that He is the one who's doing, not me. Each and every word written is by His grace, by His being there as if He's holding my hand to write it. This is this is the way I feel, and I'm, I get overwhelmed whenever I talk about it. So,
Before we end this, can you have one message to all the listeners here from Baba? What do you think Baba would like to tell them?
The message I want to say is Baba is there, always there, around you, inside you, beside you, holding you, carrying you. Just have the faith and the patience. Just have this that he is there, and no matter what, he will be there. Any whatever come what may, he is there to hold you. He will wipe your tears. He will hold you whenever you feel pain and the suffering. He is always there. You just need to, you just need that awareness that he is there. You need that belief that he is there. Belief is very important. So this is what I believe.
I would like to end this chat today with one message for all these listeners here. First of all, thank you so much for being here, coming here, joining us. Um, Before that, let's somebody has written something. It was very goosebumps
And
and
enlightened.
enlightening experience to hear you both elevated souls may be moved to a higher vibrating self and be in His grace and embrace always. Om Sai Ram. Thank you, Rekha.
Om.
And beautiful message. Thank you so much for this comment. And I would just like to remind all of the viewers here is that Baba has left behind his Udi to offer all of us. It is a very magical Udi. I want you to remind all of you all that the power of the Udi is very strong and it can heal all your wounds, be it physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. You can take that Udi and you can, just sprinkle all over your house. You can use the Udi every day to put a tika. You can use the Udi wherever you have pain and suffering in your body. You can use your Udi only on your heart if you have heart issues, tongue if you feel that, you need to speak better, whatever, your Vani has to be more sweeter. Whatever you have, use the Yudi in every way possible. It is a gift from Baba to all of us, and we must respect it and we must use it rather than sitting and worrying and wondering. You have to believe in his powers. He has left so much behind for all of us to, tools, which I call his gifts, his tools for all of us, so we can use them. And even if anyone wants to more about that, I have my own Sai Baba Reiki Divine White Light, which I teach people where we attune with Baba's, tools. All his gifts, we attune them, and then you all can work with those tools and heal your life. And if you're a healer, you can heal others also. So it was a wonderful experience, Kanika. Thank
Yeah, same here. It
you
was
so
very
much.
amazing.
Om Sai
Thank
Ram.
you. Om Sai Ram. Om Sai Ram to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. God bless you all. Baba will be there with you all. If anybody wants to ask anything, I'm still here. If you want to ask me, thank you, Kavita. Thank you for always being such a supporting soul. So as our Anita ji's have already left, so I'm just here to share something with you all today. whenever I talk about Sai Baba, there is something in me which, like, it's a light. It's a light which ignites inside me. And I won't say that you have to follow him only. You should need you know that you need to follow that there is some energy which runs us. If you believe in any energy that you believe in and you follow that, then it would be like you will get always the guiding, the guidance, and the energy will always be there. You only need to have that awareness, that belief that energy is there, nothing else. Just one more question. Any mantra to be patient in tough times? The mantra is only Om Sai Ram, nothing else. Just keep chanting his name, and you will feel that every time you feel impatient, every time you feel that you are not able to connect, you will connect in somehow. Just be patient with whatever the condition is, the situation is. Just accept it. Just accept it. That is the only way to go through that. And when you accept the situation as it is, you will feel that He will be there guiding you always. He will be there, that He will give you some message to know how to go about it. He will be there. You will feel His care around you in any form. Either He will send some person to you, some person in the form of like they can guide you, they can sail you through that. Anything, just you need to be aware of everything. So, okay, I will sign off from here. Thank you so much for joining us for and do read the book Mere Sai Baba, His Grace, His Ways, Mere Sai Baba, and just go through all the experiences which I have experienced and sharing with you because Baba has asked me to share with you for to reach each and every person who needs it. And just see that there is some power. There is some power with all of us. Just need to believe in that. Just need to have that belief and faith. And I know Baba is there. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Om Sai Ram.